Hello, today is the 3rd of November 2011, and later today I'm putting up a very meaningless video for 99% of the viewers of the world, maybe 96, whatever, which is in regard to people labeled as the 1%, but nothing to do with the economy, actually the National Football League, and some number crunching on QB rating. The reason and purpose for doing this is not to say, hey, this is you're doing it wrong. I want you to do it this way because no one listens. I'm not gonna say no one listens to me, but it's obvious they would never even consider doing so. However, the reason for it is mainly just to show a lot of my creative side for how I think, because it's really preluding into another creative video that will be on the other channel, the Derek's Diary. As I did have a video that was hit for a copyright violation, even though from the further viewing on my end, it was in definite works within the fair use statement. Anyway, I spent 76 seconds going over this. Now let's go over the chart. So if you're not interested, just whatever. Don't even bother watching it basically. Now, that's the best way of explaining this because volatility, that's a good way. This top in here of around 34.85 occurred this morning at roughly 9 a.m. Eastern time, which translates into 1500 hours CET. And it took about an hour to go from here to here, which was about 10:07 Eastern time. And well, then now we're, 22 minus 7, 15 minutes later, it's back up to 35 cents. So volatility is by far the name of this game. Now, we stated before, this was a key area where we wanted to find support, and it did. Now the secret or the key thing is, well, what do we do now? And I think the easiest answer is if it goes below here, then I'm going to be looking. I would be looking for. I'm not going to be, but I would be looking for setups for another move lower, or for the thing just to plunge once it breaks this level. On the contrary, breaking this level up here, pretty much the reverse opposite for it will determine if it's going to be a lower low or higher high, and those are the key lows and highs. Because this established an original higher low from this original break low. Okay, so now we've set this up. Any more retracements, this upper trend gets violated if we go below this line. Therefore, if it doesn't break this high, then it's going to do something before it just fiddles around, and it's unable to make a lower high, thus the trend will be lower highs, lower lows. But by making this low, and even holding this low in here, when you break above here, you will essentially, or you'll definitely be making that of a higher high. Now, I want to go back over this candlestick formation a little bit more, because when you look at a chart like, say, this here, you don't get the whole story. You can assume on this candle that the market started here, went lower, and then went higher. But you don't know if it did something differently, like went higher, went lower, and went back again. And this could be a situation in here. For the time is now 16:29. The price has retraced 9 cents to 34.26. And there's still an hour and a half before this candle is finished. So it could end up within a move lower, and then you'll have that situation of a hammer or a reverse hammer or whatever, but a situation where you close near the open after having a decent side gains to one side or the other. Now, it's already looked like that back but now, an hour, maybe 25 minutes ago, it looked like that. And then it's looking like, well, maybe we're going to have a move up here where if we were to have this move, then it shows even normal strength in, say, a normal green candle. And if we come back and close around the 34 area, then that's going to tell us that we even have a more aggressive sort of hammer candle, which would really set up the 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock in combination with the next day, which is Friday, to be very, very volatile, basically. The market's also within this range period, which is a front-weighted 18-period average of highs, lows, and closes. So it's really been in this for one, couldn't hold within it, but it tried to get within it. It stayed within it for 4 consecutive sessions, or 24 full hours. It's really still in it again, but it's now trying to break above it. So it would be really big if it could find an area to hold what currently is 34.37, the area where we're at now, as a level of support. In order to hold that as support, it has to manage to find some higher gains from this point forward. This was much, much longer than I wanted to, but it was a few key points, and I thank you for tuning in. Take care.